This might be the worst fighter jet, not because of its performance, but because its number is 13, plus the fact that on its only 2 missions, it got attacked. When they dragged it back, they found all the crew and soldiers dead, but the jet was unscathed. Nobody had seen anything so weird. They thought the jet must be cursed, so from then on, pilots didn't want to fly this number 13 jet. It just sat in the hangar until Emma arrived, and that's when its fate changed. There was an unwritten rule in the military. Rookie pilots only get to fly the jets no one else wants, so this jet ended up with Emma. But for her, having a jet to fly right off the bat was already lucky. She didn't believe the rumors about the jet being cursed. Soon she and jet number 13 were on their first mission, only this time she was in the lead. If there was any enemy fire, they'd target her jet first. Despite that, Emma chose to continue the mission, but suddenly the early warning system picked up 2 enemy stealth fighters entering their airspace. Command told Emma and her team to speed up the mission, or they'd be done for when the enemy found them. The Marines inside quickly ran out to do their thing. As soon as the other 2 jets landed, they saw the enemy jets had locked onto them with their fire control radar. Before Emma could warn them, the enemy attacked. In an instant, the jet next to them was completely engulfed. The pilot of the other jet immediately pulled up, not caring about the ground troops. The next second, their jet was hit. Then Emma called all the Marines back into jet number 13, because the enemy jets were turning towards her. So as soon as the troops got on, she started the jet, but there was one lone Marine left behind. She couldn't stop now. She could only hope he'd catch up. Now the enemy jets had turned towards them, and soon launched missiles at them. In this critical moment, the Marine leaped into the jet. At the same time, Emma fired off several countermeasures, just in time to intercept the enemy's missiles. But the jet started to plummet vertically. Emma thought they were done for, but just as they were about to hit the ground, the other engine suddenly kicked back in. When she came to, she knew the soldiers behind her were unharmed, but now a large group of enemy troops was advancing on them. She immediately told the rear soldiers to quickly retreat to safety, while she'd use firepower to buy them time. But just as the soldiers had barely left the jet, the enemy used anti-tank artillery. One shot shattered the cockpit's bulletproof glass, leaving Emma no choice but to exit the jet. Facing the swarm of enemies, she chose to activate the jet's self-destruct sequence, even though she didn't want to. She didn't want jet number 13 falling into enemy hands. Then she quickly withdrew, counting down the self-destruct timer in her head. But even after she finished counting, number 13 didn't explode. Emma thought it didn't want to leave, but the next second, a large number of enemies surrounded number 13, firing wildly at them. In this situation, Emma could only choose to fight back, but she soon felt it, immediately telling all soldiers to hit the deck. The next second, the jet exploded violently. When they reached the center of the explosion, Emma realized that number 13 didn't self-destruct on time because it wanted to help them take out all the enemies in its final moment.